So, cryptocurrency. Well, actually, if we want to talk about cryptocurrency, I have to explain something called SHA-256. SHA-256 takes an input, runs it through an algorithm, and outputs a binary string of 256 binary bits. That's 256 ones and zeros. So if we take that binary and put it into the decimal system, that's over 115 quadrovigintillion. The way the algorithm works is only one way, meaning you can't take an output and backtrace it to its input. Alright, so now back onto the subject of cryptocurrency. So at their base, cryptocurrencies are just public ledgers. Anyone can add lines to it. The only caveat is that they need to be signed. So for these digital signatures to work, each person is given a wallet, and each wallet has its private and public key. A great way to think about these keys is that the public key is your account, and your private key is your password. Anyone can send money to you if they have your public key, but only you can send money if you have your private key. So the way the digital signatures work is it takes your private key, runs it through an algorithm with a transaction, and then the public key is used to check if the signature is legitimate. Alright, great. So now we know how everyone has a wallet, a private key, public key, and how all the transactions are signed. But how does Bitcoin come into circulation? Well, the transactions are grouped into chained together blocks, or blockchain. If we were to put a number on the bottom of the block and then run the whole thing through SHA-256, it would come out with SHA-256 output. Now what if I found a special number to put at the bottom of a block? So the SHA-256 output, say, had 10 zeros at the beginning. Since there's no way to backtrace through SHA-256, the only way I could have done that is by guessing and checking. Since this showed that I had to just guess and check, it's proof that I did work. Since the block of transactions has a random number at the bottom, and the whole thing is fed through SHA-256 and has 10 zeros at the beginning, it shows proof of work, so I am rewarded with Bitcoin. The only way for that block to get added to the ledger is for someone to be rewarded with Bitcoin. Alright, so now we covered how Bitcoin comes into circulation, but now we have to figure out how to stop people from just spending Bitcoin that they don't have. The only way to do this is to know the complete history of all transactions on the blockchain. Wait. If we just keep giving people Bitcoin for having zeros at the beginning of their SHA-256 blockchain outputs, then wouldn't there just be rapid inflation because there's an infinite supply of Bitcoin? Yeah, that's exactly what would happen. So that the creators of Bitcoin put in place is once every 210,000 blocks have been processed, the reward will be decreased by half. So it started as 50, and then it was 25, and right now it is 12.5, and it is scheduled to go in half on the 30th of May 2020. So what this is leading up to is that there is actually a finite supply of Bitcoin. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. So that's just like a pretty surface level understanding of Bitcoin. If you have any other questions, you can ask me, and I'll be sure to answer them.